Good afternoon, baseball fans. It's a hazy, sunshiny Wednesday afternoon in southeast Minneapolis. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shane Steiner. BEC-TV Sports is proud to present Region 6 AA Baseball. It's the Kennedy Eagles versus the Jefferson Jaguars. Recapping what went on due to some technical difficulties, we're on a little later than usual. We're in at the top of the two. Case Mosley walked, advanced on a couple wild pitches to third, and scored on a single by Kyle Dietz, actually a fly ball that was misplayed by Javin Olson. There you see a ground ball to Heisman, and he steps on the bag. 1 out in the Kennedy second. That gave Kennedy a run in the top of the first. Then in the bottom of the first, Mark DeVore led off with a single, stole second base, reached third on an error by the shortstop Brett Fisher, and scored on a base hit by Joe Eckerly. Eckerly also stole second and scored on a double to the warning track, a one bouncer off the wall by Rob Phillips as he went the opposite way. We have a pretty stiff breeze blowing out here to right field. Okay, we've got Dan Smith, 1 out here in the Kennedy second. Dan Smith up for the Kennedy Eagles. Dan Smith hitting .333 for the tournament. On the hill is Scott Miller for the Jefferson Jaguars. We'll set the defense for you when we get a chance. The battery of Scott Miller and Ryan Milkey. Heisman at first, Eckerly at second, Parrish at third, DeVore is the shortstop. In the outfield, Ryan Maxson, Rob Phillips in center, and Javin Olson in right field. Maybe just a little playoff jitters as a pop fly he let drop in front of him. There's a topper over the mound. Charging is DeVore. Nice scoop, the gun in time. Mark DeVore, that man can play some defense. There's 2 away in the Kennedy second. Doug Bonjean, the left fielder, will stand in. If you're wondering how these teams got here, it was the Jaguars defeating Armstrong 7-2 that over at Thomas Jefferson. The Eagles defeating Wayzata 2-0 on the strength of a Kyle Dietz 2-run homer in the bottom of the 7th for the win there. Both of these teams have 1 loss. Boy, if someone could get it up in the wind in right field, it's blowing right towards us here in right center. Power alleys are 360 at Siebert Field, 330 down the lines. Pretty stiff wind. There's a ground ball, 2 hops to DeVore. The gun a little high. Heisman cannot get down on the bag. We'll give him a base hit as legging it out there was Doug Bonjean. A 2-out single for Bonjean as DeVore had to play back on that ball a little bit, and he was deep in the hole on the throw. That'll bring up the number 9 man in the Kennedy order, Grant Pudas, the third baseman for Kennedy. Both of these teams have lost a game, so the loser will go home. It is 2-1, top of 2. There's a pop fly. Giving ground is Eckerly. Oh, boy, Eckerly was called off by Javin Olson. That wind is tough out there in right field as Eckerly went way out, and Olson, they thought they were going to collide. And now with 2 away, there's Eagles on second and third, a wind-blown double for Grant Pudas. That'll bring up the top of the order in the person of Cass Mosley. He's a power hitter. They have him in the leadoff spot. Thinking a few runs, they can get some runs early, even out of the leadoff man, a solo shot, usually in these close games. Both of these teams have lost a game. Jefferson lost 10-3 to Minnetonka, and Jefferson lost 10-3 to Hopkins, and Kennedy lost 5-1 to Minnetonka. Runners on second and third, 2 out in the Kennedy half of the second inning. Miller's outside 2-0. Boy, a stiff breeze coming out here. Beautiful day for baseball. The breeze has just kicked up, actually. Hour before game time, it really wasn't that strong. Mosley taps it back. Then the Jaguars on Monday defeated the Cooper Hawks 8-5, and it was Kennedy 6-5 over Edina Mosley, scoring the winning run on an aborted pickoff attempt, as that's fouled straight back, count levels at 2-2. As they had the runner at first base picked off, Bjorn Davidson of Edina had the runner at first picked off, and Mosley was on second, somehow made it all the way to third, and while they were dancing with the runner, Edina just throwing the ball around, Mosley was able to crash home shoulders first. Mosley steps out now, thinks Miller's taking a little too much time. 2-1 Jefferson, top of 2, but the Eagles are threatening. Javon Olsen and it's an adventure out there in right field. Oh, Parrish with the quick one-hop, the gun to first, and the Jaguars are out of the inning. All right, no runs on 2 hits and 2 Eagles left. So after 1.5, it's the Jefferson Jaguars 2, the Kennedy Eagles 1. You're watching Region 6 AA Baseball on the Station of Champions, BEC. Okay, bottom of 2, it'll be Adam Heisman, Ryan Milkey, and the DH, Doug Hoffert. The 7-8-9 batters in the Jaguar attack. Jaguars lead 2-1. That was the score of the May 20th encounter at Kennedy. A pitcher's duel between Jamie and, as that's fouled straight back, a pitcher's duel between Jamie Rao and Mr. Nate Thompson. Paul Anselmo on the mound. There's a roller to Putis. The gun to first in time. And there's one away in the home half of the second. That'll bring up Ryan Milkey, the catcher. Milkey only hitting 143 on the playoff campaign. Stands in left-handed. Oh, he goes the other way, lifts it to left field, and that's corralled there by Kennedy. 2 away, not a bad idea. The wind died down, as you'd think a left-handed hitter might want to try to get it up in that jet stream that was pushing out the right center here. Bonjean squeezes that for Kennedy. That'll bring up Doug Hoffert, the designated hitter. Oh, he puts one in the left field. Bonjean will get another attempt, and that'll do it. All right, after 2 complete from Siebert Field, 6AA baseball, the winner gets the Hopkins Royals, or the winner of Hopkins Minnetonka. It's the Jaguars 2 and the Eagles 1. You're watching 6AA baseball on BEC.
Janine woke up in a cold sweat with one thing echoing through her brain. Who was this guy in her bathroom?
Meanwhile, Barry was thinking, whose bathroom am I in?
Janine remembered going to the party the night before and getting smashed out of her mind.
Barry remembered getting drunk and acting really stupid.
Eventually.
The whole evening came back.
Oh, I must be really stupid.
I must be really dumb.
What did I do? How did I get myself into this?
Well, what did I do? How did I get myself into this?
What about...
What about
AIDS? Then they both realized, much to their relief, that unlike the rest of us...
They were just cartoons.
Get high,
Get stupid.
get AIDS.
All right, we're back at Siebert Field. Wind-blown Siebert Field as that wind gusting up again here out in the right center field. They'll be aiming for our cameras this afternoon. It'll be 2, 3, 4, Brett Fisher, Brad Meyer, and Kyle Dietz. Kyle Dietz is the man who hit that dramatic 2-run homer in the bottom of the 7th off Wyzetta at Kennedy last Thursday afternoon. 2-0 on Brett Fisher. Fisher is 2 out of 6 on the Region 6 AA campaign. 3-0 as Scott Miller struggling with his control on Fisher. Fisher flew out to Rob Phillips in center field in the first inning. He puts that one down the pipe. High hop for DeVore. Looked at Eckerly and then fired to first for the out. Not sure why he looked at Eckerly, but nonetheless, one away in the Kennedy third. As this wind has kind of blown the clouds away and we're getting some sunshine, a little afternoon sun. Doesn't affect the ball players at all. Sun over the right field stands. Left-handed swinger Brad Meyer will check in for Kennedy. Kennedy decked out, if you would, in the Pittsburgh Pirates uniforms. First pitch swinging, DeVore goes to the ground, in the hole, not in time. As Meyer legs out a hit. There's a one-out single for Meyer, and now Kyle Dietz. Boy, with that wind pushing it out this way, you might want to go inside on Dietz. Dietz had a base hit and an RBI, a wind-blown pop-fly single that Javin Olson was having trouble with. Oh, there's down Main Street. Strike one on Dietz. They play him pretty much straight away. Mark DeVore distinguishing himself as a defensive shortstop. And it is the top of the third. Jaguars hanging on 2-1. Kennedy got on the board first, and Jefferson was able to punch 2 across in the bottom of 1. Seems sometimes teams concentrate more when the other team has scored. Oh, swung at a bad pitch, protecting the runner. Meyer goes in standing. That's a stolen base for Brad Meyer. Runner in scoring position, 1 away for Kyle Dietz. Pretty nice ballpark, Siebert Field. Minnesota Loons will be playing here. And that's fouled away straight back. Kyle Dietz hanging in against Scott Miller, only the sophomore. Jaguars go with that four-man rotation. Miller looks in. Meyer bluffing. Dietz trying to go the other way. That goes into the Jefferson dugout, and Doug Hoffer with the stab. He's the DH today for Jefferson. Tournament director, Coach Jack Evans of the Bloomington Jefferson boys basketball team, said they had a crowd of 1,500 here for Memorial Day. Excellent crowd for region baseball. Oh, he golfs one in the center field. Phillips drops in front of him. And Meyer had the hold up, so he only advances to third. As that wind is tricky out there. Kyle Dietz 2 for 2. It's 2-1. Jefferson, but the Eagles are threatening with one away here in the visitors' half of the third. That'll bring up Joe Ibrahim. He's batting for the pitcher. He bounced out to Joe Eckerly last time up. Umpires today, Ron Fritz behind the plate and Brian Maurer. It's a famous umpire name. There's a pop-up. Javin Olsen just having all kinds of trouble. Oh, they get the out at second. Run scores. Boy, that kind of cheats Ibrahim out of a base hit as they nail Dietz at second. He does get an RBI, however. A strange fielder's choice. 9-6 if you're scoring. Fielder's choice. And now we're tied at 2 apiece as Brad Meyer comes in on that pop fly, wind-blown fielder's choice. Oh, here stealing is Ibrahim. The gun by Milky in time. And the Jaguars get out of the inning, but we're tied. After 2.5 innings, Kennedy got 1 run on 2 hits. Nobody left. It's the Kennedy Eagles 2, the Jefferson Jaguars 2. You're watching Region 6 AA Baseball on the Station of Champions, BEC.
Here's a not-so-fun fact, Vince.
And what is that, your Larryness?
A rollover happens every 10 minutes.
How long have we been driving?
9 minutes and 58.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Oh, this job is wearing very thin.
Kids need something better to do than drugs, like sports, because good things can be habit-forming too. So why not encourage your kids' habit?
All right, we're back here at Siebert Field, top of 4. Kennedy has a runner in scoring position. Jeff Hoffman stole second base, reached on an infield single. Wind still a pretty stiff breeze out here in the right center field as the train goes by. That's a hot smash foul just outside the third base bag past Mark Parrish. That's a pretty strong breeze blowing those clouds away. Scott Miller, only a sophomore. If you're just joining us, Kennedy got 1 in the first. Jaguars came back and got 2 in the home half. There's a tapper over the mound. Oh, nice cutoff by Eckerly. The long throw. Not in time, says Brian Maurer. And that'll bring up Doug Bonjean, first and second, nobody away in the top of the fourth. And we have a pinch runner for Dan Smith, the catcher. That makes sense since he's got to put on the shin guards. Shannon Leonard will pinch run for Dan Smith. And the left fielder, Doug Bonjean. He's got ducks on the pond. He'll try to get something going here in the fourth. Deadlocked at 2 apiece. These teams, as we mentioned, played a BEC game of the week May 20th, and it was Jefferson prevailing in that one by the count of only 2-1. First and second, nobody away. Getting instructions is Bonjean. Bonjean, 286. He's 2 for 7, and no RBIs, however. And they tried that. Oh, they're going to call a balk on Scott Miller. He can't believe it. That puts both runners in scoring position. As he tried that twirl around move. That's basically what Bjorn Davidson did on Monday against Kennedy, and he fooled his own team as his team just botched the hot box completely. Kennedy trying to break the game open here. 2-2 game. Nobody away. Miller needs to strike out over the pop-up. That one's in the dirt. Nice save by Milky. Now Coach Daniels is going to come out and talk with his sophomore hurler as we see the train go by. I don't think if you hit one into a train car, it's going to be a foul ball, however. The winner of this one gets the winner of the, or the loser of it. Well, let me check that. The winner of this one will get either Taka or Hopkins, the top 2 seeds in 6AA. Believe the Hopkins, the Taka Skippers are the number 1 ranked team in Class AA baseball. Standing in is Bonjean. The count is 1-0. Shannon Leonard and Jeff Hoffman are the base runners. Bonjean could break this open. The infield's in. They're on the infield grass. And that's 2-0. As Miller, the collar tightens a little bit when you've got runners at second and third, nobody away. Boy, if anyone could get this one up in the air, there'd be a lot of carry out here, right where our broadcast locale is in right center field. Oh, swinging through it was Bonjean. Count 2-1 as Miller busts an inside fastball on him. Still playing the infield in. Jaguars trying to choke off the run. Siebert Field, a beautiful ballpark. Not a lot of stands. Oh, there it is. I was going to say the umpire was squeezing him, but he got that to cut across the corner. 2-2 on Bonjean. Miller does not have a strikeout this afternoon. He's begging for one here. There's a tapper. And that rolls foul as Parrish gloved it in foul territory. That would have been a base hit for Bonjean. Count holds at 2-2. Jaguars coach Daniels trying to choke off the remnants of a big inning, possibly, with runners at second and third, nobody away in the top of the order coming up. There's a fly ball to center. That should get a run in. Oh, Phillips with a running catch. And his throw was about to sail on him, so it was cut off by Heisman. Nice play by Heisman. There's a sacrifice fly by Doug Bongine as that thing started to sail on Phillips a little bit, and he had to jump up for it. And the Eagles take their their second lead of the game, 3-2. Grant Pudas will check in. He had a wind-blown double in the second inning. Kennedy already with 7 hits on the afternoon. That one's outside. As Phillips may have had a chance at Bongine since he was coming in on the ball, he had to jump up in the air because it started to sail on him a little. That's 2-0. He was also 2-0 to Bongine, was Scott Miller at Jefferson. That balk cost, you almost have to say that's an error on the pitcher. It cost Jefferson a run, pushing the runners up to second and third. Leonard off second. There's a pop fly over the first base stands, out of play. Now we know why they let Kaz in free to the tournaments, because he has to go chase all those foul balls down the street. He's one of the people who run the tournament. Oh, they tried to squeeze Leonard to throw to third. It bounces, and Leonard's in there with a stolen base, and a sacrifice fly could put him home. Kennedy aggressive on the base pass. We've got him for 3 stolen bases today. Joe Ibrahim was gunned out once for the Eagles. Leonard at third. Oh, Ibrahim swung at a ball, and Milky punches him out 2-3. That's a strikeout. That's the first of the day for Scott Miller. 2 away now. If he can get the always dangerous Cass Mosley, Jefferson will only be down by a run going into the bottom of 4. That one fades outside. 1-0 as Miller is laboring here in the top of the 4th. There's a high pop fly. Javon Olsen's under it. He squeezes it, and that'll do it for the Kennedy 4th. But the Eagles get a run on 2 hits, and they leave a man stranded. So after 3.5 Region 6AA baseball, it's the Kennedy Eagles 3, the Jefferson Jaguars 2. You're watching 6AA baseball on the Station of Champions, BEC. All right, we're back. Bottom of 4 from Siebert Field. Shane Steiner, glad to be with you on the Station of Champions, BEC. The Eagles were able to scratch a run across in the top of the fourth on the benefit of a balk by Scott Miller. And they take the lead 3-2. Rob Phillips will stand in. He had a double in the first. Anselmo has settled down as he got that to cut the outside corner. 0-1. He hasn't given up a hit since the first inning. It'll be Phillips, Mark Parrish, and Ryan Maxson. 4, 5, and 6 for Jefferson. Rob Phillips doubled a one-hopper off the warning track in the first. Anselmo trying to stay away from him. It's usually a good idea, but in this breeze, if a big guy like Phillips could get one up in the breeze, it might end up on the track and field area. Oh, here's one. Deep to center field, over the wall, tie game. Tie game, Rob Phillips over the wall, 3 left turns in your home, Rob Phillips. As he got one up in the jet stream. Do we get to keep that one? He sent one, he was aiming for me, I think. Did he crush that one? They're estimating that at 383 feet. Right there, it hit the tree just to my left. As we just mentioned moments ago, Rob Phillips flexes his muscles, and this game's tied at 3 apiece. What a blast. And Anselmo settles down with a pitch down Main Street to Mark Parrish. What a blast by Rob Phillips. And now we're back to a 3-3 tie. Parrish, he got under that one. Bonjean giving chase at the warning track. Bonjean, that's over his head. Bounces. Bonjean falls down. Parrish is digging for 3. He's down. He's safe. Mark Parrish. He gets one the other way. That hit about a foot before the warning track. Bonjean fell down. And Brad Meyer had to retrieve that one. First, a home run by Rob Phillips. And then Mark Parrish with a triple. Here comes Ryan Maxson. The Jaguars trying to retake the lead. As they're playing long ball here in the bottom of the fourth. Maxson with the bunt. A safety squeeze. Anselmo waits. They try it not in time. Oh, what a beautiful play. The safety squeeze. Ryan Maxson lays it down. Parrish scores, and Jefferson retakes the lead at 4-3. That was 1-3 if you're scoring on the sacrifice. Adam Heisman will stand in. He bounced out to third in the second inning. Boy, Rob Phillips put a charge into that baseball. And you could see the whole Jefferson bench just ignite. I thought we might have had a chance of catching that one, huh, Brian? 2-0 on Heisman. Boy, it's a strong breeze blowing out to right center. We mentioned it a million times, but it's just, you get one up in the air, it'll go. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Eats him up, stays in front of it, in time with the gun. Nice play staying with that was Brett Fisher. That'll make 2 away in the Jefferson fourth. And now the catcher, Ryan Milkey, he flew out to Bonjean and left in the second inning. He goes the other way, right through Fisher's glove. We'll give Milkey a base hit as they're starting to solve Anselmo, as Anselmo's trying to get that first pitch fastball over, and it's just Jaguars are sitting on that fastball. Doug Hofford, he flew out the left field in the second. He'll try to do some damage here. Hofford, the designated hitter, he's a sophomore. Made all conference in boys basketball. Only as a sophomore for Jefferson. Oh, off-speed delivery floats outside, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery on the way. Mark DeVore on deck. Jaguars playing long ball in the fourth. A triple by Parrish. Rob Phillips led off the inning with a blast to right center field. That's 2-0 on Doug Hofford. He takes a look down at Coach Daniels. The winner of this one gets Hopkins Minnetonka. Not an enviable task, but you got to play him sometime, I guess. Game time temp about 71 degrees. Can't really feel the humidity. Humidity was gauged at 41%. Can't really feel it due to the wind. The 2-0 offering on the way for Anselmo to Hofford. Oh, breaking ball floats in there for a strike. 2-1. They had Hofford taken all the way. 2-1. He might be allowed to dig in a little more. Oh, beautiful. Nipped the inside corner. Hofford wasn't happy with the call. 2-2. And Zelmo bearing down a little bit here on the DH Doug Hofford. Three and 2, that's way high. Yeah, we kid Hofford a little bit that when he was wearing his Fu Manchu or goatee, remindful of Jay Buhner of the Seattle Mariners. Full count pitch on the way. And Hofford draws the free pass. That'll bring up Mark DeVore, the slick fielding shortstop of the Jefferson Jaguars. Oh, now we're going to have a meeting on the mound. And Zelmo is going to be pulled. They're going to pull Anselmo. We'll get you the totals on him when we can. 3 2/3 innings. He gave up 6 hits and 4 runs. And had 1 strikeout. Sean McGuire will replace Anselmo in the bottom of the 4th. Anselmo 3 2/3. Gave up 6 hits and 4 runs. Jaguars lead, taking the lead in the bottom of the 4th. They lead 4-3. And we'll see if we got some totals on Sean McGuire for you here. McGuire's not seen any action in the playoffs. He's a left-handed hurler. Junior. Taking his warm-up tosses. Anselmo, he was cruising along there. Hadn't given a hit up since the first inning, but Rob Phillips changed that. Doug Phillips standing on first. Doug Hofford standing on first. He drew a walk, and Ryan Milkey down at second. He's conversing with some of the Kennedy Eagles. Turned out to be a pretty nice afternoon in southeast Minneapolis on the campus of the University of Minnesota. There's a game tonight at 7. The Hopkins Royals, the 2 seed, take on the number 1 seed, the Tonka Skippers. Neither team has a loss in the tournament. All right, the left-hander McGuire to take on the left-handed DeVore. Fastball, little outside. 2 away in the Jefferson half of the 4th. Bluffing was Milky. McGuire maybe not quite loosened up, 2-0. DeVore looks like a hitter up there. He had a base hit in the first. Tap back to the pitcher. Oh, the old bender, Uncle Charlie, drops in. 2-1 on DeVore, and he'll stand back after having to see that. If you just joined us, it was Kennedy 1 in the first, Jefferson 2 in the bottom of the first. As DeVore gets punched out there, Sean McGuire does his job. So after 4 complete from Siebert Field, the Jaguars get back on top on the strength of a home run by Rob Phillips and a triple by Mark Parrish. It was 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 men left. It's Jefferson 4, Kennedy 3. You're watching Region 6 AA Baseball on the Station of Champions, BEC.
Try Amy.
Amy. Yeah, she'll go. Amy. Hey, it's Tom. Listen, I got tickets for Saturday. No, it's okay. Sure. Yeah, I'll see you. First Debbie, then Kathy, now Amy. What gives?
I don't know.
Just don't get it, dude.
All right, we're back at Siebert Field. Region 6 AA Baseball, the Jefferson Jaguars 4, the Kennedy Eagles 3. There's a drive in the left field. All the way off the warning track, ground rule double. Giving it a ride there was Brett Fisher. As we're seeing some hitting in this tournament. That's Kennedy's 8th hit of the day off of Scott Miller. As that one was sent over the head of Ryan Maxson in left field. As it's just a tug of war this afternoon. One team gets up, then the other team comes back. Kennedy had brief leads of 1-0 and 3-2. Jaguars have led 4-3 as they do now. That one's lifted behind third base, giving chases DeVore camping under it. He squeezes it, 1 gone. As Meyer first pitch swinging. Pops up to the shortstop. That brings up the home run hitter, Kyle Dietz. Dietz is 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Hitting in that 4 slot today. Came up as a pinch hitter against Wyzetta last week and hit a 2-run homer to advance the Kennedy Eagles. Looks like Doug Hoffert's warming up in the pen for Jefferson. Miller has given up 8 hits through 4 1/3 innings. There's a 2-hopper, giving ground to Eckerly. Pats the glove and fires. That advances the runner to third with 2 outs. I think they'll give right fielder. Doug Hoffert warming in the Jefferson pen down the first baseline. That one's fouled back. off the backstop. Coach Daniels will retrieve for Jefferson. Scott Miller just hoping he can get one more out. He can't win the game, but if he gets one more out, he can't lose the game either. Here's the 0-1 offering to Hoffman. He's 1 out of 2 on the day. Rolls it to DeVore. DeVore will go the long way. High throw into the backstop area. Heisman has to get on that in a hurry. That's an E6 on Jeff Hoffman. Not sure why he didn't go the short way. Maybe he thought Eckerly didn't get to the bag in time. Going to bring up Dan Smith. He bounced out to Parrish of Jefferson in the first and had a base hit and stole a base in the fourth inning. Miller just, he's on empty. He's just trying to get that car to the gas station. That's lifted in the right field. Javin Olson hit right at him, makes the catch. And Jefferson escapes more damage. Kennedy, however, ties it up. 1 run on 2 hits. And 2 Kennedy base runners left after 4.5. Region 6 AA baseball. It's the Kennedy Eagles 4. The Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars 4. You're watching 6 AA baseball on the Station of Champions. BEC.
Bring the world into your home. Become a host family. For many European teens, America is the land of dreams and new ideas. They've seen the movies and heard the music. Now they want to know what America is really like. You and your family can be America for an exchange student. Teach someone about the American way of life. Develop a lifelong relationship. Share your pride and love of America with a high school student from Europe. Call the STS Foundation today at 1-800-453-HOST. Bring a little of Europe into your home.
Bottom of 5. Kennedy 4, Jefferson 4. They don't want to dust off the golf clubs yet. It'll be Javin Olson, Joe Eckerly, and the man who put the Jaguars back tied with the home run, Rob Phillips. Kennedy keeps coming back. There's a strike by Sean McGuire. Sean McGuire relieving Paul Anselmo. Anselmo off the hook now. There's a 2-hopper, eats up Pudas. The gun, not in time. Dietz a little frustrated with that. Javin Olson beats out an infield single. And that'll bring up Joe Eckerly, a single in the first. And a first-to-pitcher covering Tapper in the third inning. Sean McGuire steps in. Olson with the conservative lead off first. McGuire with the token throwback. Looks like we've got Nate Thompson warming in the pen, too. Doug Hoffert was up earlier for Jefferson. Now Nate Thompson warming up. Seems to be some delay here as Coach Daniels and umpire Brian Maurer are conversing. Bluffing to go was Olson. That pitch floats outside, 2-0. Bottom of 5, we only go 7. There's a hit and run, popped up. Dietz calling for it. The first baseman squeezes it one away. Good notion, just they couldn't convert. And that'll bring up Rob Phillips. Hit a home run. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Hit a home run his last time up. Registered at 383 feet just to our left of our broadcast truck. Yes, our view from the cheap seats today. We like our dogs with mustard and relish. They were playing that one before the game started. Rob Phillips, he wants to flex his muscles one more time. Off of Sean McGuire, the lefty. Hit his home run off Anselmo. McGuire, the token toss to first. Olsen literally anchored on the bag. McGuire, the toss again. It's almost him tossing over to Dietz is almost maybe trying to break Phillips' concentration. Bottom of 5, deadlocked at 4, Kennedy and Jefferson. Oh, he went for the off-speed, 1 to 6. Fisher had trouble getting on the bag. They punch out Olsen at second as Phillips was fooled with the off-speed delivery. McGuire did not want to throw him a hard one. And that'll be 1-6 if you're scoring. Fisher having a little trouble locating the bag. Here's Mark Parrish. He had a triple in that big 2-run outburst in the bottom of 4 for Jefferson. Phillips will replace Olsen at first. Moving on contact will be Phillips with 2 away. Oh, there, kind of a delayed steal, and Phillips is in there. A delayed steal by Rob Phillips. He had everybody fooled, and it was an off-speed delivery by Sean McGuire regardless. Parrish, he can untie the game with a base hit. There's a fly ball carrying to center. Meyer, he's under it. He squeezes it, and we'll go to the 6th. The Jaguars get a hit. No runs and a man left. So after 5 complete, 6 AA baseball, it's the Kennedy Eagles 4, the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars 4. You're watching Region 6 AA baseball on the station of champions, BEC.
Fellas must be strangers around here. I better straighten you out.
Something wrong, officer?
You just happen to be violating Section 17B, Article 4. That's all that's wrong.
The safety belt law.
Oh, we never wear safety belts. We're dummies.
Now, look, you happen to be talking to the law. Don't you get smart-nosed with me.
How are we going to pay for this? We're always broke.
Let's get that vehicle out of here.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Last year, you helped this 12-year-old get involved with a different gang of kids at a Boys and Girls Club, funded through your local United Way.
Due up in the top of the 6th for Kennedy is Joe Ibrahim, Jeff Hoffman, and Dan Smith. Joe Ibrahim is 1 out of 3 on the afternoon. Jeff Hoffman also 1 out of 3. He scored a run. And Dan Smith also has 1 out of 3. New pitcher for the Jefferson Jaguars is Nate Thompson. Pitched a gem of a game against Kennedy back on May 20th. Oh, Milky was framing that one. And we'll give you the totals on Scott Miller in a moment. Scott Miller went 5 innings. He gave up 4 runs And scattering 9 hits. I use that term loosely as Thompson comes in and promptly goes 2-0 on Joe Ibrahim. Ibrahim, Hoffman, and Smith. The loser goes home. The winner gets Tonka or Hopkins. And that's down Main Street, 2-1 on Ibrahim. A little chilly up here with that strong wind blowing out to the right center field power alley. Oh, Thompson nails Ibrahim. Or did he get out of the way? We're gonna check here. Thompson taking a walk around. Threw it behind him there. 3-1. 3-1 delivery on the way by Thompson. Oh, just having trouble. Seems like he's having a little trouble with his footing on the mound. As the Eagles have a base runner in Joe Ibrahim. Here comes Jeff Hoffman. Or correction, Grant Pudas. Pudas is 1 out of 2 on the afternoon. Had a double on one of those wind-blown jobs in the second inning. Bongino lead off first. A peg down to first as Bongino was straying a little bit. Heisman didn't handle the throw, however. About 4 bad ones, 5 bad ones in a row. Trying to lay down. They got him. Milky. Oh, he hit the runner in the back. He hit Bongino in the back. Adam Heisman did as they had him picked off. And Bongino got pegged in the back. That's an E3 on Adam Heisman. Well, that puts a runner in scoring position, the top of the 6th, nobody gone. Nate Thompson working his way into a jam. Dougie Hofford still warming in the Jefferson pen. We heard some squawking from the Kennedy bench. They wanted a balk on Nate Thompson, none forthcoming. Thompson short-arming the ball a little bit here. Not comfortable with the mound. As he walks Pudas. First and second, nobody out. Cass Mosley coming up. Had an excellent regular season with 9 home runs. And now talking with Nate Thompson is Milky, just wanting to settle him down there, as there's a tough break as they had Bongino picked off. Mosley hitting 400 on the 6AA campaign, playoff campaign. Has an RBI. No home runs, however. Mosley leading off. He'll step in. That one's outside. Thompson's thrown about 9 out of 10 bad ones here. We're deadlocked at 4, top of 6. 10 out of 11 bad ones. Daniels calling out his catcher. I don't know if Hofford's ready in the pen or not. These runners would be charged to Nate Thompson. As both starters, Scott Miller for Jefferson and Paul Anselmo for Kennedy, are out of the picture. And no decision for both of them this afternoon. And Daniels takes the slow walk back. Thompson would love to see a hot 2-hopper to DeVore that he could turn to Eckerly and over to Heisman. Oh, he finally gets one across on the outside corner. Three and one now. Thompson just having all kinds of trouble. Maybe not used to being a relief pitcher. There's a high pop fly. Milky drifting under it. Milky, oh, he drops it. Jaguars have given up 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Milky just had it pop out of his glove. I think he might have been worried about colliding with Heisman. Boy, giving Cass Mosley another swing. Cass Mosley with that closed stance. He tops a 2-hopper to Parrish. Parrish can step on third. That's a break. As they get the lead runner anyway. Mosley's safe at first. And Pudas is safe at second. One away. Double play is still in order. That'll bring up Brett Fisher. He's 1 out of 3 on the day. He doubled and scored in the 5th. Thompson wants that double play ball. That's lifted in the right field. Javin Olsen squeezes it, and nobody advances. 2 away. Nate Thompson trying to pitch his way out of a jam in the bottom of the 6th. Brad Meyer will try to do the job. If you're wondering who's up in the Jefferson half of the 6th, it's the 6th, 7th, and 8th hitters, Ryan Maxson, Adam Heisman, and Ryan Milky. That one bounces in the dirt. If Nate Thompson can pitch out of this one. Trying to escape this top of the 6th. Doug Hoffert still warming in the Jefferson pen. Oh, that one looked good. That's a strike. It evens at 1-1 on Brad Meyer. Brad's 1 out of 3 on the day. Singled and scored in the 3rd. Stole a base this afternoon. Kyle Dietz on deck. Oh, Meyer thought about offering at that high floater. He laid off. 2-1. Thompson had control problems against Kennedy in his 3-hit game, his 3-hit victory back on May 20th as well. That one down Main Street. They throw back behind Pudas, and DeVore corrals that one. And the count evens at 2-2. Yeah, you can see the markings on the outfield wall here. They've got Iowa, Ohio State, Purdue, Illinois, Minnesota, and that's as many as we can see. Then it goes Indiana, Purdue, Michigan State, and look, that's got to be Northwestern. There's a pop fly. Parrish giving chase, squeezes it in front of the Kennedy dugout. And Nate Thompson and the Jaguars escape. There were no runs, no hits, and 2 Kennedy Eagles left. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Maxson, Heisman, and Milky trying to get one across for Jefferson. 6AA boys baseball tied at 4 on BEC.
So, whose influence are you under?
All right, Ryan Maxson will stand in the home half of the sixth for Thomas Jefferson. He's 0 for 1 on the day, has an RBI on his safety squeeze as he squeezed in Mark Parrish in the fourth inning. Sean McGuire taking over for Paul Anselmo. This is McGuire's third inning of work. He took over with 2 out in the fourth. And he's having a little control trouble on Ryan Maxson. On deck is the first baseman, Adam Heisman. He's bounced to third and bounced to short. And Ryan Milkey, the catcher, is in the hole. And Maxson gets a free trip to first base. The potential go-ahead run is at first. Only home run today was off the bat of Rob Phillips as he blasted one just to the left of our broadcast location. McGuire's thrown 5 bad ones in a row. And just after that, Mark Parrish sent one just, about a foot from the warning track on the outfield grass. And that was good for a triple. A hit and run. They're going to burn him. As decoyed was Maxson, and Fisher catches a little soft pop fly, and that's 2 away. Jaguars gamble and lose that time on the hit and run. As Heisman gets it in on his fist, and the last hope for the Jaguars in the sixth will be Ryan Milkey. Turned out to be a pretty nice afternoon at Siebert Field. Off-speed delivery. Ryan Milkey riveted himself into the ground. Here's the 0-1 offering. There's a drive to right field. It's gone over the wall off the scoreboard. Ryan Milkey flexes his muscles. The Jaguars retake the lead. 5-4. 3 left turns in your home, Ryan Milkey, and you've got a whole bandwagon of people to congratulate you. I think it only went 368 because it hit the scoreboard. The Jaguars playing long ball. Earl Weaver would love that. Jefferson takes the lead, 5-4. Doug Hoffert will stand in. Hoffert may have to come in and try and close the door on Kennedy in the top of the 7th. Hoffert has flied out the left and walked. We'll tell you who's up for Kennedy in the 7th. Kyle Dietz, Joe Ibrahim, and Jeff Hoffman. Couple solo shots buoying the Jaguars this afternoon. Hoffert with a one-hopper. Pudas, nice scoop. And Hoffert's gunned down. We go to the 7th. 6 AA baseball. The Jaguars get a run on a hit. Nobody left. It's Jefferson 5, Kennedy 4. We'll be back with the 7th after this timeout on the Station of Champions, BEC.
The air dances with the waters, which brings the rain that feeds the land. that is home to the animals. All life dances together.
In a world so connected, choosing one environmental cause can be hard. EarthShare is 40 environmental charities working together. You and your company can help by calling 1-800-MY-SHARE.
All life lives, or doesn't, together.
All right, it's the top of the 7th. The winner will play again tomorrow afternoon. The loser will go home. It's Kyle Dietz, Joe Ibrahim, and Jeff Hoffman in the Kennedy half of the 7th inning. Kyle Dietz will stand in. It's 5-4 Jefferson. Jefferson playing long ball this afternoon. Dietz stays behind that ball and rolls a base hit in the right field. He does his job. Might see a pinch runner for Dietz now. And that'll bring up Joe Ibrahim. He's 1 out of 3 on the day. And there we see our pinch runner. Kennedy going to try and tie this one up. Nate Thompson, Doug Hofford still warming in the pen. Kyle Dietz did his job. 3 out of 4 on the day for Mr. Dietz. And now we're going to have some conversations between Coach Stroman and Joe Ibrahim. Dougie Hofford still warming in the pen. They're watching him. Nate Thompson could get the win. Kennedy's got the potential tying run at first base. Ibrahim showing the bunt. Parrish running in. And Ibrahim backs out. He just pulled back on the bunt, 1-0. Joe Ibrahim stands in, squares again. That one's low, 2-0. The 2-0 delivery on the way. Nate Thompson. And he gets that one to drop in, 2-1. Nate Thompson came on in the 6th. Oh, nice bunt out in front of the mound. Thompson has one play. That's the first. And that advances the tying run to second. Nice sacrifice, 1-3 for Joe Ibrahim. Here comes Jeff Hoffman. Running for Dietz is Jason Jodwin, number 9. One thing good for the Bloomington folks, they will still have a team alive after this one's over with. Oh, swinging through that was Jeff Hoffman. One away in the 7th. That one inside corner, 0-2. Nate Thompson getting a little stronger. Was having all kinds of control problems in the 6th inning as he walked 3 guys. Oh, he punches out Jeff Hoffman. And the Eagles are down to Dan Smith. one away, and Jefferson could advance to Thursday afternoon. They're taking the lead off second is Jason Jodwin. Thompson's high with that one. The Jefferson Jaguars have only lost one game in postseason so far. That was to Hopkins, 10-3. They defeated Armstrong and Cooper. Oh, on that pitch was Dan Smith. Fouled it straight back. Count levels at 1-1. A little chilly up here on the truck this afternoon. As if you're wondering why our camera's shaking a little bit, our cameraman does not need to use the restrooms. The wind is just blowing around. Framing that pitch was Milky. He wanted that one. It's 2-1. Jefferson, one more out, and they advance. Everyone's standing on the Jefferson dugout. That's foul. Just down the third baseline. That would have scored Jodwin from second easily. Count levels at 2-2. 2 outs. 2s across the board here. It's 5-4 Jefferson. Nate Thompson looking to pick up the win in relief. Dan Smith, 1 out of 3 on the day, looking to tie this one up. Full count, 3-2. Milky bluffs the throw back to second. Full count, 3-2, 2 outs, top of 7. Oh, caught looking to end the game. Jefferson advances to take on the winner of the next game Thursday afternoon. That's our final 6AA boys baseball. The Jefferson Jaguars 5, the Kennedy Eagles 4. We'll be back with a wrap and possibly interviews after this timeout. You're watching 6AA baseball on the Station of Champions, BEC.
My hero? Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Costner, Mr. Wong.
These are teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes.
My hero? Mrs. Wooten. If I don't get through to that child, who knows, maybe no one else will.
Teachers have the power to wake up young minds, to be heroes, to make a difference. Reach for that power. Teach. Find out how by calling 1-800-45-TEACH. Be a teacher. Be a hero.
Here at Siebert Field, the Jefferson Jaguars advance. They don't have to get the golf clubs out. They defeat the Kennedy Eagles 5-4 on the strength of their catcher, Ryan Milky's home run. And Ryan, that wind was blowing out the right field, and you nailed one off the scoreboard.
Yeah, the wind, it went off, and I didn't know if it was going to be off or hit the wall. So I just was running all the way as fast as I can to first base. Once I saw it out, I heard it. I just trotted.
Well, I saw Kennedy's center fielder throw his glove down in disgust. Do you know what pitch it was you hit off, McGuire? You hit it off a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah, it was a fastball, in fact. The first one I swung at was a curveball. It was up high. Yeah, it was a fastball. To tell you the truth, it was my first one in my life, and I was surprised. I mean, it's just glad to do it and glad to get the win.
No better time for it. Scott Miller giving up a lot of hits today, but he still kept you guys in the game.
Yeah, he did. He did a good job. And then Nate Thompson came in, who was pitched against him last time, and he did a good job. He came in, had a little scare at the beginning, but then we came back, and he pitched a great job.
We should mention Rob Phillips hit a key home run to tie the game up, too, in the 4th inning. His They say traveled 383 and yours 368. I think the scoreboard stopped yours a little bit, though.
I think so. Yeah, Rob, he's casual to those dingers. He hits the ball good. 360 though, I don't know. I was thinking more, maybe about 370 or something, but, you know, make it sound a little bit longer.
Well, as long as it goes over the wall. Well, you got the winner of Eden Prairie Richfield, and then if you guys can win that game, the tough boys, the Tonka Skippers, well, I guess they're all tough now down the stretch here.
Yeah, they're all tough. The winner of this next game, Eden Prairie and Richfield, both very good teams. We play Eden Prairie in the regular season. We've done all right against them, but Richfield, they're a good team. And then Hopkins and Minnetonka, they're good. So, well, who knows? So,
do you think you guys are kind of riding that wave right now? That it's playoffs, it's a new season. Whatever seed we were doesn't mean anything. We're 3-1 in the playoffs.
Exactly. It's how we all feel. It's how I feel. We just got a second chance right now, and so we can go out, try and do our best, and hopefully pull it out.
All right, Ryan Milkey's looking for Matt Wahlbeck's job, that left-handed hitting catcher. He put one off the scoreboard today, the game-winning home run, as the Jaguars defeat the Kennedy Eagles at 6AA play, 5-4. Ryan, we'll let you go catch your bus.
Thank you.
Hey, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, that's our final. It was Jefferson 5-4. The winner, Nate Thompson for Jefferson, and Sean McGuire takes the loss for Kennedy. For all of our crew at BEC, I'm Shane Steiner. You've been watching 6AA baseball on the Station of Champions. Our final was Jefferson 5, Kennedy 4. Jefferson advances, and the Eagles fall out of the race for 94. So for everybody else, I'm Shane Steinhardt. We'll see you next time on the Station of Champions, BEC.